Okay, where do I begin? So some weird stuff happened about last night, and before you say anything, before you think it's not a joke, I'm not trying something. It's 100% real, at least to me. It feels like something strange has been going on. So let me give a little bit of context as to why I think this. So I've been binge watching horror stuff on YouTube, people talking about spooky, creepy things on the internet and whatnot. And it's sparked a bit of an interest in something I've been actually kind of wanting to do for a while, but stopped myself, which is talk about some personal things that have happened to me that are pretty spooky and supernatural, in quotes, if you will, paranormal, in fact. Stuff that's just hard to explain, that I've felt have been hard to explain for a bit. As I look as I look back on the years that I've had some weird occurrences, it's easy to brush them off as like something that is plausible, at least more plausible than like a ghost or a demon or something. But I wanted to talk about them for a bit. So yesterday I got the idea of how I wanted to do this, how I wanted to approach doing said videos. For instance, I wanted to do two parts. Part one would mainly focus on my childhood, mainly around middle school, high school, and the things that have happened to me around that time. Whereas part two would focus around recent events in my young adult life. As recent as even this year, of some weird things happening in the apartment that I'm currently staying in with my sister and her boyfriend. And as I'm thinking about this stuff, I could mostly chalk up what happened last night as me being very paranoid, psyching myself out, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. But it was too creepy, to say. So right now I'm living in an apartment with my sister and her boyfriend, and it's not a terrible apartment, at least for the price. It's not. I stay in the living room, and I spend my nights on a cot, which I don't mind. In fact, it's kind of comfy at times. But my sister has 3 cats. 3 stupid cats. They're not the brightest, but they're pretty cute. One of them in particular who is the center of what I'm about to talk about, is Jen. She's a girl, and she's usually probably the creepiest, I would say. She is the creepiest cat I have ever seen, and she's also the shyest and most individual cat I've ever seen. She tends to stay by herself, not really bother with the other cats. In fact, she gets a little hostile when they try to play with her. She's also very shy around other humans. Just this past month is she finally opened up to me and has allowed me to like give her belly rubs and so on. But usually she won't ask for attention from anyone unless it's for something that she really needs, like food or water. And last night, as I'm getting ready for bed, it's hit midnight, and with all this excitement of what I'm going to do the next day, today, which is try to do part 1 of this paranormal insight into my life, she starts to act a little strange. And, I chalk it up to be, her being weird, because she is weird. She'll sometimes just sit in the hallway and be staring at nothing, or she'll be staring at you from a distance, and she's just a weird cat. That's all we've come to know. She's the little butternut squash weirdo. But what she did yesterday was a little weird, and I'd like to show you what she did. I did end up recording quite a couple videos, and so for context, we live on the 2nd floor of the apartment complex, and we have a balcony / patio, and we have big white blinds. And the cats usually like to lay and look out the patio window, which is like a normal cat thing. In fact, the fattest cat that we have, Moggy, he likes to lay around there most of the time, and he's a very stinky cat because he doesn't like to clean himself that much, or he's just really terrible at it. So I chalked up her weird behavior as her just sniffing around and smelling his odor and going crazy about it like it was catnip or whatever. But she was fixated on just one side of this corner, and what grabbed my attention was her meowing, which is something she rarely does. She only meows for attention, like I said, for food or water, or nowadays she actually likes to play around. She'll meow for attention when she wants to play, but this was weird because she just started meowing like she was talking to someone or trying to talk to something, maybe me, to get my attention to look at what she found, but there was nothing there. And so I'd like to show you right now what that was.
Wrong. Huh? What are you looking at? What? What are you looking at? What's wrong? You know you can't go outside. What are you looking at? Huh? Why are you freaking out? There's nothing there. There's a box and nothing. What are you freaking out about, huh? There's nothing outside. I turn the light on, there's nothing. What? Yes, I'm listening to you. Let's see. You want to move over? You want to let me see? Let me see. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. What's wrong, Jen? Huh? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see, girl? Okay, you're starting to freak me out just a little bit. Oh boy.
And so as you can see, the first video, she's just meowing. I'm talking to her, trying to figure out what's going on, trying not to freak out. I'm not freaked out at this point. It's just her meowing, kind of going around in circles around my legs and then going back to the same spot, sniffing it, pawing at it. And what sucks is that I thought I had recorded me going outside and taking a look, but I didn't end up taking that recording. I guess I misclicked. But I did end up going outside on the porch and kind of investigating a little bit. And I found nothing by the little box where she was looking, nothing at all. I thought that she might have... Oh, can you hear that? That's the fat cat that's just decided to fuck up this recording. So there is a nest. I'm pretty sure all the birds have grown up and have flown away from it. But a couple months ago, a nestling had fallen out from one of the nests above the porch, and I had noticed it, and I tried saving it, and we took it to a animal rescue type place, and that's like a different story for a different time. But I had thought that this same thing had happened, like another nestling had fallen out, and she was staring at it, and she was kind of freaking out, and I was hoping that that wasn't the case. This motherfucker is really gonna fuck with the blinds. Moggy, hey, come on, quit, dude. Fucking recording, dog. So I thought, okay, she might have found something. Maybe it's bugs, but usually we don't get bugs in the apartment unless we've opened the sliding glass door, which we haven't for quite a bit. So I thought, maybe it is human outside where we are. So I thought maybe there's bugs. She found something. Maybe it's a fly that probably injured its wings and it's just buzzing around in that corner and she's trying to get at it. But again, I didn't see any bugs, no mosquitoes, nothing, no roaches. And, oh, she's over there. I just heard her Oh, she's stretching. God damn it. Get back on track. But I did end up recording another segment of her just kind of freaking out. She did end up looking at the floor and started licking and sniffing, so I thought maybe she was, again, smelling the other cats and going bonkers. That's what I at least had originally summed it up to. So here's just another video of that.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Are you looking at a bug? Huh? Is that what's bothering you? What's wrong? There's nothing there. It's a little black spots there. Hey, don't be licking up stuff. I see you. It's all dirty there. What are you doing? What are you doing? There's nothing here. Look, see? There's nothing. You usually don't chase after bugs. You're starting to sniff something. You smell something. Okay, well, let's see. Let's move you out. Come on, move. I can't even get you to move. What are you doing? I don't see anything there.
So, like I said, just chalking it up to she's smelling the other cats, and she's just having a little freak out episode because she's a weird fucking cat. But then, as I go back to lay down on the cot, she starts to get confrontational with something on the other side of the room, away from the sliding glass door. And it sucks that I didn't get the first half of how she was approaching the nothingness, but I did manage to get her kind of stalking and prowling at something that just wasn't there by this work desk that my sister has for knitting and that I will use sometimes to record. But right now there's a bunch of junk over there, like clothes that need to be donated and some stuff that just needs to be organized, and there's nothing else there. And she started, straightening out her back, slowly walking very cautiously, like she's stalking something, but there was nothing there. And here's the video for that.
Looking at this? That's nothing. What are you looking at over there? Huh? She's on the prowl for something, that's for sure. Is it over there? Never seen her act like this. It's almost playful. What are you looking at? Huh? There's just junk over there. It's just junk. You got your mommy's sweater here. It's just junk over here. There's nothing here. See? Nothing. There's nothing here. See? Nothing. Your brothers aren't over here. Nothing over here. Just clothes that need to be donated. And now you're back over there. God damn it. Did you just want attention? Is that what you wanted? Did you just want attention? You gonna settle down now? You gonna stop being weird? That's a no. Still going to the same corner too. Like you want to go outside. This is the first time you've been wanting to go outside. if that's what you really want. Well, it's late. You need to stop your shenanigans. You're probably smelling your brother. Your brother stinks.
That's when I started to get a little worried because she's looking at nothing and she's freaking out about nothing. And I did kind of sift through everything, and I tried to look for maybe a roach, maybe a bug had gotten over there, but I didn't find anything. And that's a possibility of what had happened. But, she ended up walking away, going back to the blinds, looking at that same corner for about an hour and a half. This all happened at like midnight to 2 in the morning, pretty much. And she did go up and prowl over there again. It was a little bit more playful than it was like confrontational or like for attack on the offense. But she did also move around cautiously, like she wasn't sure if she should be doing what she's doing, all that sort of stuff. And so she does this a couple more times. But then again, like I said, she does just go back to her corner. And that's pretty much it. Eventually she does leave and she goes off to just sleep in her little bed, which is on the shelf by the sliding glass door. That's pretty much it. And at least I thought that was it. But we do have an Alexa here. Alexa, stop. Please shut up. Don't listen to me. And we do use her to turn on lights and such. That's her at the window right now, if you can hear the blinds moving. And, yeah, of course she's looking at the same fucking corner, really? God damn it. But we do turn the lights on with her, with the Alexa. And we have string lights on the ceiling. I don't know if I showed it in any of the videos, but we have string lights. And where she was prowling towards is where the plug for those lights are. And it's a very loose plug. So sometimes the router will disconnect itself because it is plugged in on the wall over there. And a bunch of other plugs as well, as the string lights are plugged into there. So from time to time, the plug will come off and the lights will shut off if we have them on and all that jazz. And sometimes the cats will play around that area and knock off the electrical cords and all that. So as I'm about to finally fall asleep, it's about 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying to just rationalize everything that's been going on so that way I can get some sleep. As soon as I lay back down, I turn all the lights off. All the lights in the living room are off. The goddamn string lights turn on by themselves. I don't have video of it, but they turn on by themselves as if I had told them to by using Alexa, but I didn't. And at this time, my sister was awake.
Here's In Case You Didn't Know by Brett Young on Amazon.
Are you gonna fucking do this to me? Alexa, shut up. God damn it. So, my sister was awake at this time for whatever reason. I think it's because she was napping all day and she woke up and she wasn't tired anymore. But she was awake. And so I go to her and I ask her, did you turn on any of the lights in the living room? Because the string lights just turned on by themselves. And if you have the app for the Alexa, god damn it, Alexa, stop. If you do have the app for her, you can turn it on manually using the app. And she usually sometimes does that when it doesn't respond to any voice commands. And so I asked her if she had turned them on by accident. She goes, nope, didn't turn them on. The cats probably just passed by the cord. And I was like, impossible, because one of your cats is in bed with you, and two, the other two are asleep very far away from the cord. And she just shrugs it off. She goes, well, I don't know then. And I'm like, all right, well, I go and I unplug them. And I don't go to bed till like 3:30 or something like that. But, I mean, it could easily be explained. The Alexa is not a perfect system. Neither is the Google Home, which we also have. But, they always go out of whack. They flub around. Sometimes you'll ask them to turn something on, and they'll give the chime that they've done so, but nothing turns on. And it's not like until like a couple minutes later that something actually happens. And so maybe it was something that, I don't know, maybe it overheard something, maybe thought it had to turn the lights on, so it did. But I don't know. It's weird. I don't think it was that. You can chalk it up to be that, but I think something strange is going on. And for the most part, before going to bed, the cats did start having a little powwow. They were fighting each other. Jin and Maki, the fat cat, and she did end up running towards where the shelves were in the desk, but then quickly darted away like she didn't want to be there. And so that kind of had me thinking as well. Oh boy. It has some weird stuff that has happened this year since I've been living here. There's some weird stuff that's happened, mostly revolving around the home systems that we have. You know, the Alexa and the Google. And that's another story for another day. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that I think they're linked, because I think they're not, because those instances are a little creepy, but I would easily chalk them up as just two home systems are just not, they're not perfect, so they're gonna mess up sometimes. They're probably gonna pick up something thinking I called them, and then they're gonna start playing shit that is weird. But there are a couple instances that were like, oh yeah, no, it's Ghost, man. So yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's something that I should be worried about, or if it's anything like that. I don't know much about this apartment complex. I do know that this particular apartment hasn't been occupied for a bit. I'm not gonna say it's been like decades or anything. I don't think so. I mean, there's some things that like hint at it just not being occupied for quite a bit. I don't think it's haunted. Like, I don't think somebody died here. But this place has been here at least since the 70s, from what my sister and her boyfriend found. Like, they found like some old paperwork that was dated in like 75, I believe. Could be making that up. I don't remember. Could have been a dream. It felt real. I don't know. I think that's what happened. Don't ask me. That's something I don't know as of yet. But at least this place has been here for a while. But I doubt anything supernatural has happened. But it is a little weird. It is something to think about. And I thank you guys for watching. This is something that I don't know. I've always wanted to talk about spooky stuff, and maybe I'll do some more. I'll do some more stuff, because I do have some things I do want to talk about that have happened personally, and there are some things that I want to kind of touch on that I kind of got reintroduced to yesterday. Some weird stuff that me and my friends had tried doing at one point, and it came up to me, and I was like, wow, this thing actually existed, and it was a thing, and it wasn't just us being like retarded kids. But again, thank you for watching, and I hope I entertained you with my with just me being very fucking paranoid.
Hey, Jen. She's too busy staring at I don't know what. I mean, yeah, cats usually stare at nothing when doing this, but she's gotten up. She's been sitting there looking at that corner. Now she's looking over there again. She's going behind the blinds. Wow, that's crazy. I think she sees something. Now she's there. She sees something over there again. Let's not disturb her. Let's see where she goes. bed's up there too. She'll jump onto the desk and then jump up to there, but she never does this to go over there. And there's nothing but junk under there and some drawers keeping some of my sister's stuff, and I've got clothes over there, and then there's clothes to be donated and stuff. She's sniffing where I was standing. It's possible. She does like the smell of feet. She likes the smell of feet. Okay, now she's looking underneath the desk. How you doing, girl? You doing alright? She does not want to go over there. What's wrong, girl? God damn it. What? What? What's wrong? Why are you being weird? What do you sense? You're sensing something. And you keep coming back over here. What's that about? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's almost 1. Actually, I think it might actually be 1 o'clock already. Catching a bunch of dust on this damn camera. We're kicking up a lot of dust. She's just looking down. There's nobody outside. Pool's closed. Right now at this time. We have seen security guards that roam around here too. Sometimes. But I don't think she sees anybody. No, she's having her breathing problems like she always does. Alright, Jen. I gotta get back to watching YouTube. If you start acting weird again, I'm gonna record it. I wanna become famous. I'm gonna cut that out. Probably not.